Welcome! Today I'm going to go through and show you how to set up emails in ProfitTrack. Now please note, not every email carrier will allow this. It's not necessarily something on our end, but we'll get into it. So on screen I've got ProfitTrack, and what we'll do is we'll go into Setup, System Settings, System Options, and right there is Email. Now by default, if no one set anything up, it's going to be blank except for the SMTP port, which is going to be 25. So the from address is the email address of the emails originating within ProfitTrack. So it's the email coming from. Your from name is whatever name you want to come up when the person receives the email. Your SMTP host is provided by your SMTP server address. Your SMTP port, if it's 25, means unencrypted. 465 is a legacy SSL, and 587 is the method that will probably be used today. The username will be provided by your provider, same with your password, but it will only be required if you're using the SMTP port 465 or 587. If you're using 25, it's unencrypted, it doesn't need a username and password. Now, all of that sounded really fancy, but I'm going to break it down to make it simple. If we just go into our internet, in this case Chrome, and search, let's just say Hotmail SMTP settings, there it is there. That's how easy that was. So we can see there's our server, smtp-mail.outlook.com, our SMT port 587, which is what we said we'd probably be using. The SMTP username, so instead of it giving us a username, like what some may do, it's just saying, hey, use your email, and the password, hey, use your password. Sure. So, minimize this and we'll fill it out. So my from address, I'm going to use one of my dummy accounts. From name, so I'm going to say that it's, there's my name and there's my store name. I'm just going to put in IGA example. SMTP host, so if you don't remember it, you can just go back and copy and paste it. Now 25, like we said, isn't going to be correct. It's going to be the 587. You can confirm that there. Username and password. So in the case of Hotmail or Outlook, you'd be using the same, your username would be your from address. So I'll type that back out. It's going to be the fakies at hotmail.com. Now the reason for that is because you may recall on the website it said that your username is your full email address. Now if it had like a specific name instead, so perhaps it would be like the first 4 letters of your surname, first 2 letters of your first, in which case for me it would be Kadmajar. It could be something like that as the username. It really depends on your provider. Now the password is the password assigned into your Hotmail or your Outlook, so I'll fill that out. Save. So there we go. So I got my from address, my name, the host, the port, the email username, which in this case is my email because of Outlook/Hotmail saying that that's what it is, and the password. So if I close that, go into my reports, go into sales reports, just as a test, I'm just going to do product sales for the month. Now you can use any report, it doesn't really matter which one you use, but I just figured it's going to be simple to do this, so go through. Now it does take a second, especially the first time, to recognize that there's other methods. There we go. So we're going to click on email, it's going to generate, this takes a second. Then it's going to ask where we want to send it to. So in this case, because it's a test, I'm going to send it to myself, but I'm going to send it to my work account. So it's going from one of my dummy accounts to my work account. The subject is going to be the name of the report I'm running, and it's going to have the name of Jared Cadman-IGA example. So I'll send that through. So connected, sending, sent, fantastic, and I'll close that. So now what will happen is that will send through as long as you have internet. Now one of the most common problems we have with this is that it doesn't work when you try and send, which is going to come from one of two methods. Either if it's never worked, that configuration's wrong. In the email area, this is wrong. In which case you just need to double check it, make sure you haven't changed your password, something like that. As long as you can sign in to Hotmail or Outlook with your username and password there, and the rest of this information is correct, you won't have a problem. The other one is internet. Of course, if you don't have internet, you can't send emails. Now, just to show you what that looks like, on screen now is the email I just received from myself, so we can see there's the name of the report, the date and time it was run. It came from Jared Cadman-IGA example, like I said. and there's the email address from, so the fake keys, because that's my dummy account, to me, and there's the report. Exactly as we wanted it. So, just to answer a couple of common questions we typically get on this is, can you email account statements via ProfitTrack? Yes, you can, but you need to make sure they're set up to do that. So if you go into customers, bring up one of your customers, I'm just going to bring up myself, go into my debtor options, you've got the statement delivery option, you want to make sure email is set on that. Now, as it just warned me there, because I forgot that I had that in there, is you do need an email under the contact details if you are going to do it that way. There we go. Now, alternatively, after this, if you do want to do this en masse and you've got email set up on most of your accounts, what you can do is do a search. Didn't want to do that. Spacebar all the accounts you want to have emails now. Go to statement delivery, choose email, click OK. That way, it's just set to all of them and you don't have to think about it. The other one is, can you commonly email reports via ProfitTrack? Yep, just as I did there. You open up a report, hit email, put in the place you want to send it to, and then hit send. Can I automatically email my reports via ProfitTrack? So the idea behind that is that, you know, every Monday you want X reports 1, 2, 3 to email to X personal persons. No, that's not currently a feature in ProfitTrack. It is something that's been requested. It's not in the system yet. The other one is, can I email my tax invoices from ProfitTrack? Currently, no, you cannot. You can do the reports of an overview of transactions, not the transactions themselves. All right. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.